The question that we always ask is, Obi, how do we go about carving our speaking careers? And this is what this video training is all about. It's part of course 4, speaking opportunities, as part of the module brand building. And one of the things that we're going to talk about in this video training is your profile. A profile sets you apart. A lot of speakers don't have a profile. What do we mean by a profile? We're not just talking about your curriculum vitae. We're talking about your brand profile pertaining to speaking. And there are 3 types of profiles that you can actually have. Firstly, a professional profile. The key with a professional profile is to highlight your personal achievements in relation to the problems you have either solved or are busy solving. And so be clear that that's what the problem that you have identified and that's what you're solving. And if there's an image that you can attach that goes with that particular problem that you solved, that will be even better. And here's the thing, get references. This is in relation to your speaking. So even if you spoke at the university, even if you spoke for 10 minutes at the CPD event and the people were satisfied with the work that you did, with the delivery of your presentation, ask for a reference that speaks directly of your character and anything specific to the work that you were speaking about or the work that you have done within the industry. And so when you do a CV, your CV is actually what's holding you back. What you need is a professional profile that is a 1-pager or 2 pages that when someone asks of a profile from you, you can have it readily available on WhatsApp and send it. What we do, for example, as a profile is, because we utilize social media quite a lot, what you can do, let's say you don't have a credibility in terms of the work that you've done in terms of speaking, but you have attended a lot of conferences, you have engaged various people, you have written various articles, you have had feedback on those articles that you have written, and those articles are on LinkedIn, or you have created a 1-page website where all you're doing is linking your YouTube channel to your website and linking your articles, and you convert them into blogs that you've put on your website, and that becomes your website. That is a professional profile. What we do, for example, obviously right now, I'm going to give you a reference in terms of the level at which we are operating at, simply because we have been doing this for a while. And that is, we use Linktree and Instabio, and both of them create an instantaneous digital profile whereby I can link various digital platforms that I'm on or that the business is on, as well as various websites, including our YouTube channel, to it. So it's a form of, it's just different links. Someone wants to know more about me, I just send them the link which details or is attached to all the different work that we do socially, on digital platforms and our websites and so forth. And your professional profile can also be in the form of a document that is on your website as well, that a person can be able to download. So even when you create a link, instead of sending a person a PDF document, you can have a link that is attached on a website, whereby when you're sending them your professional profile, you can send them a link to our website that then will have all the information pertaining to what you do. So even if all that you have is various articles and 3 videos that you have done on YouTube, that is your professional profile. What is key with a professional profile is you should have references for your character within the type of work that you are speaking about. And that is key. So one of the things that I do, for example, on LinkedIn, I have a lot of, every time someone is satisfied with a book that they receive from us, our CPD, any training and development that we did, helping them with their marketing, whatever it is that we have done for a business or an individual within the industry, we always ask them for a LinkedIn recommendation. And when they write a recommendation, it is in relation to the service, the solution, or the product that they receive from us. That's very, very important. Then, whenever we write an article, I then ask my friends who are in the industry, and I say, look, what can I do to help you with your business? What can I help you on your journey? They're like, no, nothing will be. You know, the way your energy, just your energy, your constant encouragement is enough. Then I say to them, okay, but I need something from you. I need you to please read this article for me and read it off my website. And please comment on the website. And please just comment honestly. I'm not expecting you to be saying something nice, but I would kindly appreciate it if you could just comment your views and thoughts on the article that I've just written. And I will ask that from 50 people, knowing fully well that perhaps only 5 people or 10 people or 15 people will respond to that, right? So even if they respond, I know that 5 people responding on an article that I did online and engaging me on an article speaks to the reference of me speaking. So when a speaking opportunity may come or present itself, and I am requesting to speak at an event, one of the things that I can also attach to my profile is the articles, the recommendations that I've received. Very, very important. Over and above that, I will always ask for testimonies from people that have engaged us with our work. So I ask permission for me to include their testimonies on my profile, which is very, very important for you to have. And so understand that you have to have a professional profile, and we are living in the digital era right now. You have to have a digital profile. Make sure that you put your links together. Your LinkedIn is top-notch. You've got a 1-page or a 2-page website. You've got a YouTube channel, or you've got a blog post. But you have to have some form of links and put them on one platform that serve as your profile, your professional profile, with references, reviews, feedback, testimonies, any of those attached to those type of work or profiles that you have. Next, it's a business profile. The key is to highlight the value you add to businesses that you worked with. You need a commercial reference. Now, this is where big companies, suppliers come in. Make sure if you have done work with a frame company because you've created a brand around yourself as a business owner where you've got your practice, but you also have your brand around frames or contact lenses, whatever it is that you have built your brand around, make sure that if people were satisfied with the collaboration or the work that you do for them or with them, you ask for a commercial reference. That is critical because that will unlock more speaking opportunities, more opportunities to be able to grow your brand. So a business profile is now attaching your actual work as a practice owner. If you don't have a practice and you're operating like me, for example, whereby you're an optometrist, but you've got a company that is not an optometry practice, but a company within optometry, or a brand that is detailed something specific. For example, I'll show you now with the next few tips that I'll be giving you now. If, let's say, your brand is the eye guy, the eye guru, whatever it is that you identify a tagline or a brand name that you're building, then establish a business profile around that as well, or your practice. Whatever it is that is separate as a brand name, develop a business profile around that and ensure that there's a commercial reference that you have. Because a commercial reference speaks to the viability of that which you are offering as a service or a solution that you are speaking on now. So with us, we have done various work with various companies, whether it be in the form of webinars, facilitated training, CPD, books, all of those different components. We then engage those various suppliers and service providers and companies to say, can we please get a commercial reference? Because the commercial reference serves in helping us broaden our reach beyond the borders of the African continent. Next is then your speaker profile. Your speaker profile, the key here is to highlight what you had spoken about before, the events or companies you spoke at, and the impact that it had. And your references then should highlight how you talked about adding value to the people's businesses or careers or clinical or academic or business environment that they are operating in. And so we separated our profiles, that if someone asked us for a profile, we send them all three. A speaker profile, which highlights all the different speaking engagements that we have done. A business profile that highlights the credibility of our business, that distinguishes us as, but we know what we're talking about. We have even built a business around it. And then our professional profile in terms of having peers, colleagues, sharing their testimonies and their views on the work that we have actually had and delivered on. Even patients, in your case, trying to do something that is more patient related as a professional profile. And so those are the three different profiles that we established for ourselves. And that was me personally. And then we also have the business related profiles for Vision Straight. And next year is how then do you utilize social media in establishing profiles for yourself. With regards to Facebook, it can be used as a personal platform and then create pages or be part of pages that are business related. And so start off by making sure that what you do on your personal page, in you trying to build a brand around your individual story, it also ties back with or ties into the brand story of what you want to establish as a company or a brand, separate from your own story. So if it's Obi, there's Obi, then there's Vision Straight. So you can use Facebook for that. So here, your profile should make people feel like they can relate with you. That's the whole thing about Facebook, is that you want people feeling like, I can relate with this guy, or I can relate with this brand. That's what you want to do, whether it's with yourself or with your company. And then Twitter, what are you thinking? That is how you can position your brand. What are you thinking? So Twitter, it's a matter of you just sharing your thoughts, right? Your profile should be about how do you strategically align yourself as a key opinion leader. So that's what you can use as a platform for you to becoming a guru in speaking, is you sharing your thoughts. And part of sharing your thoughts, you creating debate, you championing or pioneering discussion topics, you're initiating topics of discussion pertaining to various subject matters that are specific to what you want to be known for or to be known as an expert for. Next, it's Instagram. So here, choose a particular approach, then provide great content to it. Like I mentioned earlier on, you can choose a topic like makeup for glasses or the eye guy, contact lenses and glasses. Which one do you prefer? So choose various topics and build brands around that, or build a story brand around a particular topic or subject matter. And then your profile then should be about creating a character or a personality that people can connect with and love to follow. That is very key, that you then create this identity in terms of you are the eye guy or the makeup for glasses, and you specialize in topics like that. So if it's styling of frames and eyewear styling and accessories, and that is what you choose to do, that's what you can do, for example, on Instagram. And then on Facebook, you're becoming more of a relatable individual in your personal brand. Versus, or another thing, if you want to just be sharing on various pathology, then all you do on Instagram is share different cases that are interesting, that you can just always be talking and profiling on various cases pertaining to your Instagram account. And so you could be like the pathology girl, all things red eye. And every week or every time you're posting and sharing, you're talking about red eye, anything that is pathology related that has red eye as a side effect. You're always profiling that. Image, caption, and you just build a brand around that. And then on your Facebook, it's like I said, it's what people can relate with you on. And then your Twitter, it's more your thought processes, and how do you strategically align yourself with regards being a key opinion leader. And then LinkedIn, what is your contribution? So thought leadership pieces, posts are in high demand on LinkedIn. So your profile should be about providing valuable solution-based content, and that is what people are looking for basically on LinkedIn. So that's what you can then use, where you're just highlighting your professional expertise on LinkedIn. And then YouTube, it's where you are now having various videos where you are speaking a lot, different ways of speaking. Content should be varied from 5-minute, 2-minute videos to 10, 15-minute posts. Then there's also other opportunities where you can start podcasting. Podcasting is a critical element for people that could be listening to a podcast whilst they're driving from home to work or from work to home. That is an opportunity for you to take advantage of, where you can have a podcast channel and also give it a name that it can be something specific. We've got a podcast channel, the two biggest podcast channels when it comes to all things eye care throughout the world. You've got the Defocus Media podcast channel, it's the biggest podcast channel in the globe. And then you've got the iAfrica Media podcast channel, which is the biggest podcast channel on the African continent for all things eye care. And there we utilize it to invite various guests. So even in your case, trying to build a brand for yourself, you can choose a particular topic or a particular brand that you want to create a name for yourself around, and invite different guests, or do it on your own and send out that podcast to various industry people or patients, whatever it is that your target audience is going to be based on the topic that you're selecting. Then you are utilizing your podcast platform as an opportunity to connect with those audience members that prefer audio communication methods. And so those are the different ways in which, firstly, you build a profile, and then how do you use social media to establish yourself as an expert in those particular areas that we've just alluded to.